Let's come to the top of our mats. The toes and heels come together, arms down by the sides, relax the shoulders, chin slightly down. Kind of just take a moment to gaze down past the bridge of your nose, down a spot on the floor somewhere. Feel your feet rooted and grounded into the earth. Soften through the shoulders, let the fingers reach down heavy. Feel the muscles in your legs contracting as they hold you, lifting you. The whole soles of the feet, the ankles, the little bones on and around the feet, the toes. It's kind of adjusting and moving to keep you balanced. Think about as you draw the breath in, lifting up to the rib cage and chest as the shoulders relax back and down. Nice, steady, easy breathing. We'll begin with Om before Surya Namaskara A. Exhale, drawing the palms together. You can close your eyes if you wish. It might give you a little bit of a challenge with your balance, so you're welcome to open them again. Deep inhale, slow, gentle exhale, and then inhale once more for Om. Exhale, release the arms by your side, soften shoulders. We'll begin with Surya Namaskara A. Ekam, inhale, raise the arms, gazing up towards the sky. Draw the palms together, ground the soles of the feet firmly into the floor. Exhale, softly bend through your knees, draw in through your lower belly, and let your hands come all the way down on either sides of your feet. Let the head relax. You can also use a block here if you wish. Inhale, extend the spine, create space. You can come to your fingertips as you lengthen through your legs, keep drawing in through lower belly. Exhale, fold the knees again once more. Plant your hands on the floor. Easy step. Walk your feet back. Keep your weight forward over your shoulders, grounded into the fingers, into the knuckles. Find your high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest down to the floor, and then inhale, come to cobra. Open heart, lift chest. Exhale, tucking the toes under, pressing back through the knees, all the way back to your downward facing dog. Separate your feet about hip width apart, and you may walk them in a little bit. And for this first one, add a little bit of sway or movement, lengthening from the fingertips to the tailbone. And feel your shoulders moving kind of back and around as you bring the chest towards the space in between your thighs. Ground the heels towards the earth. If you'd like to pedal out your legs, bend one knee, straighten one knee, or sway or move the head one direction, other direction. Find yourself in a stable position. Now inhale, look forward between the hands. Easy step or walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. Toes and heels come back together. Inhale, extend the spine. Now is a good time to try to straighten your legs if possible. Exhale, fold once more. Remember, softness in the knees here is completely okay until those hamstrings nice and open up. And then inhale, grounding the feet firmly into the floor, lifting the arms, rising up, palms together to touch, looking up towards the hands. Exhale, Samastitihi. We're going to do two more like that. Welcome. Ekam, inhale, arms up, extend. Dwe, exhale, gently forward fold. Trini, inhale, extend the spine, create space. Chatwari, exhale. Easy step or walk your feet back. Find your weight forward over your hands like a high push-up, like a plank position. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Remember, you can do that from your toes. Inhale, come to cobra, or you can press up to upward facing, shoulders back, use your back muscles. Exhale, tuck your toes under, press up through your knees, and back to downward facing. So again, walking the feet in slightly so that they are grounded and rooted through the soles of the feet. Even if the knees are bent and the heels are lifted, you can still feel this lengthening from the fingertips to the shoulders to the hips. Draw in through lower belly, and only when you feel ready, straighten your heels down towards the floor by straightening your legs. Steady breathing. 4, we do 5 counts in downward facing dog. 5, inhale, look forward, easy walk tiptoe, step, or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release once more. Inhale, rising up. Palms together, looking towards thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good. Last one. Toes together, feet together. Try to find yourself rooted and grounded from the beginning to the end. Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dwe, exhale, fold deep. Trini, inhale, lengthen halfway. Chatwari, exhale, easy step or walk back. Chaturanga, knees down, chest down. Inhale, pancha, cobra or upward facing. Shot, exhale, downward facing. Pressing back to the knees, find yourself in downward facing dog. So remember, you can always do your Chaturanga Dandasana from your toes if you want to create a little bit more challenge for yourself. Honor your body and see what feels right for you. Your middle fingers are pointing straight up and your fingers are wide, pressing into the tips, the fingers, and your knuckles. 3. Let your head hang heavy, shoulders move away from the ears. 4. Deep, steady breathing. 5. Sapta, inhale, look forward. Easy step or walk your feet back to the top of your mat. Toes and heels come back together. Lengthen the spine. Ashta, exhale, fold once more, forehead towards the knees. Nava, inhale, soften the knees as you rise up, grounding your feet firmly into the floor, palms together. Look at thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to move right into Surya Namaskara B. Ekam, inhale, bend your knees. Let's reach the fingertips towards the floor as you ground your heels. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulders back, look up towards thumbs. Sit down strong into your hips, draw in through lower belly. Dwe, exhale, fold over your legs, hips to the sky, top of the head to the floor. Trini, inhale, extend the spine. Feel free to come to your fingertips here. Chatwari, exhale, easy step or walk back. Knees down, chest down, Chaturanga, lower down. Pancha, inhale, you can do cobra, you can do upward facing, your choice. Shot, exhale, downward facing, pressing up and moving back. Now here, take your left heel in closer to the center line of your mat, and then right foot steps forward between the hands. It needs to be a big lunge, so make time here to adjust. Bend into that right knee. Sapta, inhale, rise up. Palms together, look at thumbs. Ashta, exhale, all the way down. Right foot steps back. Again, knees down, chest down, or Dandasana, however you wish. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Then we go right to the other side. Right heel pulls in, left foot steps forward. You might need to kind of wiggle it up to get it in place. And then Ekadasha, inhale, rise up. Press your back leg strong, palms together, look at thumbs. Dwadasha, exhale, all the way back down. Knees down, chest down, Chaturanga, use control. Inhale, cobra, open heart, lift chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. 1. Ground yourself, rooted through the feet, through the hands. 2, fingers spread wide. 3, get your palms all the way down, Charm, if you can. Yes, and press into your fingers, steady breathing. 4, soften your knees, bend your knees, and lift your hips up. Keep going, good, keep bending. 5, just like that. Now inhale, walk your feet forward all the way between your hands. Take your time, you can be stepping nice and slow. And then once you get to the top, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, bend your knees. Arms come up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good. All right. 2 more. Ekam, inhale. Bend your knees. Arms up, belly in. Dwe, exhale. Fold deep. Use your full breath. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, easy step back. Walk it back to your high plank. Keep your weight forward over your shoulders. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Inhale, Cobra, open heart. Exhale, downward facing. Find your pose. Left heel pivots in, right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Now, if you have any tightness in your shoulders, cactus arms is a good option. Hands in prayer is a good option. But if you can, palms up, look towards thumbs. Exhale, all the way down, down to the floor, knees down, chest down, hug the elbows to the rib cage. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Then we'll do the other side, right heel in, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up, pick your arms, cactus, prayer, up overhead, you choose. Exhale, hands all the way down, left foot back, come down to chaturanga, up to bhujangasana, cobra pose, back to downward facing dog. And then hold this downward facing dog here. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to move your chest towards your thighs. 2, hollowing out the lower belly. 3, calm, steady breathing. 4, so you're gonna separate your fingers really wide, bend your knees, and then lift up through your hips, bend here. Lift, 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 lift. Yeah, bend here and lift here. Good, I know, it's kind of counterintuitive. And then pull your chest towards your thighs. The more you bend your knees, the more space you're gonna have, so bend. Yes, now lift through your hips. Not through your legs, through your hips. Almost, almost, keep working. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or walk your feet back to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, bend the knees, draw in through the belly, arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. So those 2 movements, or series of movements, A and B, are the warm-up for our practice, our Ashtanga practice. Now we move into the first posture. We're going to separate our feet about hip width apart. We're going to hinge from the hips. So you want to softly bend your knees here as you move your hips back and your chest and rib cage down and forward. You might find a limitation at some point where you start to round through your back. So if you start to do that, move into this flexion of the hips so you can come down and pick up your big toes. So again, the knees can be as bent as you need them to be. You can be in a full squat if you need to. Once you have your toes, inhale, lengthen up through the spine. You might want to try to straighten your legs here, if possible, rolling the weight forward. And then exhale, fold, drawing the top of the head towards the floor and the elbows back towards your calves. Hold here, 1. Steady breathing. 2. Good, very nice, Mindy. Good. 3. Little shorter your distance, Sharm, just to give your ankles some more support, so not so wide. Hip width. Yes, that's better. 4. Top of the head reaching to the floor, tailbone reaching up towards the sky. And 5. Now, inhale, head up only here. Take a moment. Don't change anything. Just exhale. Padahastasana, hands slide underneath the feet. Left hand, right hand. So your middle finger goes as far back to the heel as possible. Bring the toes down onto your wrists. Inhale, lengthen spine. And then exhale, fold once more here. And again, softening through your knees so that you can get yourself in position. The elbows open out to the sides. Only when you're ready, try to straighten through your legs, reaching the top of the head down. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Hold steady breathing. 1. Belly's drawn in. 2. Roll the weight forward to the balls of your feet. Good. 3. Very nice. Top of the head down. Look back to the back wall behind you. 4. Try to get the head and the face through the shins. 5. Inhale, head up only. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, belly in. Exhale, release one hand, release the other. Soften your knees, hands on waist. Slowly come back up, same way you went down. Good. Feet together. Now, grab yourself a block and put one on either side of your mat. That way you are set to go. When you're ready, you don't have to transfer your block. This is, we get to be lucky here. We get 2 blocks each. Normally you only have 1. So we're back at the top of our mats, back in Samasthiti. We're gonna step back with the right foot. So right foot steps back, and then we're gonna pivot to face the back wall. And remember, you don't have to kind of look at me. Try to honor what your body is feeling. So if you look down at your right toe, it's pointing to the back wall. If you look back at your left heel, it's pointing out towards the front of your mat. So turn your right toes, Charm. More. Point it all the way. Yes, there you go. So your hips are kind of in this catty corner position. Now try to keep your legs straight and just fold over. Bring your left hand to your hip and then grab the block with your right hand. Place the block hand on the right, on the block right, the right foot. So just take a moment here to observe. Can you do this with both legs straight? Is there a need to bend your right knee? And if there is, just stay here, opening your left shoulder back, finding balance. If you feel good, left arm up towards the sky, look up towards left hand. So you can use this block here at the highest level, the tower level, to keep you very lifted. And actually it feels really nice to practice this way. You're no straining through the body. 2, calm, steady breathing. 3, start to get a little bit less weight on that block if you can, reaching up through left fingertips if your arm is up. 4, if your arm is down, just open that left shoulder back. 5, now use your legs. Inhale, come back up to center. Leave the block where it is. Good. Switch your feet. So now the right toe points in and the left toe points forward. So now the left toes are pointing to the top of your mat and the right toe heel behind you. Find your balance, find your stability, find your hips. Exhale, start to hinge. So you want to move your left hip back as your right hip kind of opens. Then we find that block with the left hand, place it by the pinky toe. Look down, find your stability, notice where the limitations are. Open that right shoulder, keeping your right hand on that hip, looking down if that feels accessible. When you're ready, right arm rises up, and then we look up towards right fingertips. 1, beautiful, nice job, you guys. 2, Charm, turn your palm to face the green wall. Yes, 3, you got it. Try to straighten through both legs. 4, open the right shoulder back, steady breathing, ground through your feet firmly. And 5, inhale, slowly come back up using the strength of your legs. Exhale, let's face the back again. So right toes point out, left heel points towards the front of your mat. Now we're twisting. If you feel like your feet are too wide, you might want to narrow your stance a little bit, get yourself comfortable, and bring your left hip forward. So your right hip moves back, your left hip moves forward, and then we're going to take that left hand to the block. So again, you can have the block in that tower position, the highest position, but you can also lower it so that it can, 1, feel more stable, and 2, give you a little bit of challenge. You can keep your right hand at your lower back as you rotate through the torso, open the right shoulder, look to the right, or you can reach the right arm up and gaze up towards your right fingertips. Now the block is pressing against the outside of your right heel. So find stability through your legs. Both legs are straight, twisting and rotating to the torso. Reach up the right fingertips. 3, calm, steady breathing. 4, and 5. Exhale, right hand comes down. Use the strength of your legs. Inhale, windmill those arms back up to center. Find balance. And then other side. Right foot in, left foot out. Bringing that right hip forward. The left hip moves back. We're facing the front of our mat now. And then exhale, fold. We're grabbing a hold of that block, finding the level that fits us. Right hand comes to it. The block is still on that pinky toe side of the foot. Left hand could stay at your lower back or sacrum as you rotate your chest and look out towards the left. Now take a moment here before you add anything on to observe where your body is at this time. Is it accessible for you to reach your left arm up and then to look up towards left fingertips? Steady, calm breathing. 1. Keep rotating, twisting through the torso. 2. Grounding through that right hand firmly. 3. Both legs are straight, no bend in either knee. 4. Steady, find your balance. 5. Exhale, slowly release, come back down. Take your time, you can soften into that left knee. Inhale, lift up, back to center. And exhale, back to Samasthiti. Okay, now we're moving into our Parsvakonasana. Right foot steps back, same way. And we pivot to face the back of our mats. We always start with that right foot. Okay, so let's bend the right knee, maybe a little wider step than before. And then let's take the block to the tower position. So here's your two options. Bending that right knee, we can let the right elbow rest on the knee, and then we want to open through that left shoulder. So there's this rotation of that left shoulder. And then you can either just stay here, kind of saying, hey, left shoulder, stay there, don't move, or you can release your hand, or you can take your hand up and over in that straight line, maybe gazing towards left fingertips. So that's option one. Option two would be to bring your right hand to the block, and your block has level, so you can make it higher, and then everything else kind of stays the same, the openness of the shoulder, and you can still extend that left arm. So you choose where you want to be. 2, calm, steady breathing, sit strong. 3, up and over with that left hand, pointed all the way towards the windows. 4, yes, and look up towards your fingertips. Good, bend your right knee a little bit more. Good, Charm, very nice. 5, inhale, slowly come up. Take your time. And then let's pivot to face the front of your mat. Bending into the left knee. Deciding here, if you want to widen your stance, if you want your left elbow on top of your left knee, where do you want your right shoulder? How's your right shoulder feeling? If that feels good, staying here, looking up towards right fingertips. Otherwise, coming down to your block that's on the pinky toe side of the foot, sinking down through the hips. 2, good. Rotate your chest, not your hand, your chest up towards the sky. So instead of having your chest down, open your chest out. Good. Arm up and over. 3, yes, lift to your fingertips, palm down, Charm. 4, good, breathe. Ground your back heel fully into the floor, steady. 5, inhale, slowly come back up to center. Pivot, face the back of your mat once more. And now we're gonna go for our twist. So let's take a moment here, hands on the floor, bring the left knee down. Let's set this up nicely. So as you come down to this kneeling position, let's move a little bit through the hips. Bending through the right knee, moving the left hip forward slightly, and just observing, how's that left hip doing? How are the feet doing? How is everything feeling? And then once your right foot is grounded, take a moment to come up onto your right thigh. You can keep that left toe tucked under because it's going to provide quite a bit of stability for you. Now, left elbow on the outside of the right knee. So you're twisting across the body. Bring your 2 hands into prayer position and press into them so that you can gaze out over that right shoulder, twisting your body. 1. Good. 2. Nice, Jen. Good. 3. Good. Very good. Very good. 4. Nice, Charm. Looking good. 5. Inhale. Come back to center. So we release. Press into that left leg into a lunge and slowly come back up. And we'll do the other side. So left toes pointing to the front, fingertips on the floor, right knee comes down. One of the things you want to be mindful of is that you don't have this knee too close underneath your hip. So take a moment here, if it is, to just walk that knee back. And you're going to notice where your limits are and how far back it can go. Keeping that left knee stacked over that left ankle, come up, and then we'll rotate right elbow on the outside of that left thigh, left knee. Sit down strong. Hands into prayer position. Press them forward and down towards the center of your chest and look back over left shoulder. 1. Calm and easy breathing. 2. Good. 3. Nice. Much better on this side. 4. Beautiful. And 5. Inhale, slowly release. Straighten through that right leg. Use your legs to come up. Find your balance. And exhale. Samasthiti. Okay. Prasarita Padottanasana. We're going to take one block and place it at the center of our mat here. And then step back with that right foot. You can face the other way, Sharm, if you want. So you can turn in if you want to. Like step back with the left foot instead of the right. So you can face inward. Yeah, it's up to you. Okay, so once you step back, we're going to face the side of our mats. The block is right in front. Notice how wide your feet are comfortable. You don't want to be like way too wide where you're like, oh, I can't hold here. And you also don't want to be too narrow where you're just standing. So there needs to be that magical place where your feet are just the right size apart. Now look down at your feet and bring your toes in towards the center, towards each other, like pigeons. Yeah, good. And then now go ahead and take a moment. Once you find yourself stable through your hips and legs, your feet and ankles, take your hands to the block. Now your block, remember, it can be high, so it might need to come all the way to this level. That's okay. Find out where your block needs to be. Or you might be coming for a while and decide, I don't need a block, I can come to the floor. So you choose here and just take a moment and roll the weight forward and backwards. So notice in this class, we set up our postures. We don't do this in the regular Ashtanga practice. We just go right into it. But this is a good way to kind of come into our bodies and understand. So as you roll forward, notice the weight coming to the balls of your feet, but your heels stay grounded. As you roll back, the weight comes to the heels, but the toes and the balls of your feet stay grounded. So you can kind of alternate here and then find that happy middle ground where you're nice and balanced over the soles of your feet. Now, from here, inhale, extend the spine, keep drawing in through the belly, and then exhale, bend your elbows and fold. Now, if you have the block, it's possible, maybe if you lift it a little bit, that your forehead or top of your head can come to the block. At that point, you can walk your hands back in between your feet so that your fingers and your toes line up and the elbows bend parallel to each other. And you take a moment here. With the block underneath your head, you can put a little bit of weight on that block, but don't dump your weight into your neck and head. Just kind of gentle pressure there. Strong fingers, strong weight rolling forward, deep stretch in the backs of your legs. Good. Sharm, try to straighten your legs if you can. Good. 1. Steady breathing. 2. Good. Can you walk your fingertips back towards your feet? 3. So for you today, just worry about keeping your hands as close in line with your toes as possible. 4. Yeah, perfect, Sharm. That's it. Keep reaching up to your hips. Nice. He's sweating. And 5. Inhale, head up only, hands back to the block. Inhale, head up only. Like take a moment here just to observe, to release. If you need to soften your knees a little bit here, that's fine. Inhale, slowly come back up. Don't change your legs. Still the toes are pointing in, still the legs are nice, comfortable distance apart. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, hands on waist. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold once more. And maybe you can still find the block with the top of your head. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe just barely touching. Draw the elbows back towards each other and kind of push up through your hands onto your hips, giving your inner hips here, your inner thighs, inner hips, a little bit of a pressure point with your fingers. Shoulders move back, elbows towards each other. 3. Keep the lower belly drawn in. Try to straighten through the legs, contracting the quadriceps. 4. And 5. Inhale, slowly come up. Take your time, take your time. Steady breathing, belly in, all the way up. All the way up to standing, hips forward. Beautiful, Sharm, steady breath. All right, C position. Arms out and extend. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back and draw your elbows towards each other. Try to bring your palms together. If that's not possible, just hold your opposite elbows. Now exhale, fold once more. Let the head come back to that steady place, the block. And then let the arms kind of hang up and over, gravity pulling on them, reaching the pinkies towards the earth, rolling the weight forward to the balls of your feet. 1. Good, Sharm, steady breathing. 2. Good, try to move the arms away from the body. 3. Straighten through the legs, ground your feet firmly into the floor. Try to bring those toes in towards each other. 4. Nice, almost there. 5. Inhale, head up only, or head up all the way. Come all the way back up. Steady, easy breath. Exhale when you get to the top. Okay, last one. Inhale, hands on waist. Exhale, fold. This time, let's bring the hands to the feet. So if possible, grab your big toes. You might need to bend your knees to get the big toes, but once you have them, lift your hips, contract your quadriceps, straighten your legs, straighten your spine. And then exhale, fold, bending through the elbows, top of the head, back to your block if you can get it. Top of the head down, belly drawn in, weight moving forward, pulling on your toes. 2. Hips up, charm. 3. Pull on your toes, roll the weight forward with the balls of your feet. 4. Nice job. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there. Inhale, release the toes, hands on waist, come all the way back up. And back to Samasthiti. Arms down by your side. Okay, so the next one, normally we bring the hands behind the back into a reverse prayer. But we're gonna do this 2 different ways. So step back with the right foot once more, pivot to face the back wall. Take your block or blocks and place it right in front of your right big toe. Rotate the left hip forward. It's the same kind of setup as we did when we did our Pavrita Trikonasana. We bring that left hip forward, right hip back. And then let's take both hands to your block, keeping both legs straight. So this is pyramid pose. If you are able to, ground into that right foot to really press down as you lift the energy up through that right hip. And if you feel stable here, you don't need your hands, maybe take them back behind you, find your reverse prayer. And then as you can, exhale, fold deeply, bringing your chin or your forehead to your right knee. Good. Don't worry about the arms, that's secondary. Find the straightness in both legs. 2. Nice. Keep moving the left hip forward. 3. Good. 4. Nice job, everyone. Looks really good. And 5. If you have your hands behind your back, bring them back to the block, or from that position, you can just come all the way up. And then exhale, pivot other side. Whoops. Don't have a block on this side, so grab your block and place it by the left toe. Now, right hip moves forward, left hip moves back. Both hands come down to the block. Find yourself in a stable position here. Both legs are straight. It's better to have both legs straight, hands on block, than left knee bent, hands behind you, sinking over that left thigh. So try to keep the integrity of the posture by moving with humility and kindness to yourself. If this feels good, maybe just fold from there. You can just let the elbows release. Otherwise, the hands can go behind the back, palms together, and then you can find yourself in your posture. Good, fold from there. 2, easy, steady breathing. 3, the left foot is grounded. 4, looks good. Stay with it, Mindy. 5, inhale, slowly come up. You can release your hands before you come up, or you can come up with your hands behind your back. Exhale, release the arms, let them out, stretch them out, and back to Samasthiti. Okay, gorgeous. Now, we get to move into a little bit of balance practice. So this is gonna be real good for your ankles. Don't skip it. If you need a wall, you can have a wall near you that you can kind of put a finger on, just something to touch in case you need it for balance. But let's try tree pose first. So let's ground the left foot into the floor and bring the right foot either to the inside of your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. So you get to choose here which one fits for your body. The only place we don't want that foot is by the knee. So either lower or higher. Yeah, so you can go a little bit lower than the knee or a little bit higher than the knee. Good. And then let's bring the hands into prayer position, find balance. 1. This posture is not in our practice, but it is suggested that if you cannot do the other 2 postures, you're welcome to do this one. 2, 3, steady breathing. 4, and 5. Exhale, slowly release. And then let's do the other side. Right foot grounded, left foot, ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Just not at the knee. Hands in prayer. Lift the chest, square off the hips. 1, square off the shoulders. 2, if you keep falling out, then you keep getting back in. 3, you fall out 100 times, you get back in 101. 4, and 5. Exhale, release. Release the leg, shake them out a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the other version. Bring your left hand to your waist and find yourself rooted and grounded through that left foot. So really important to look down at that left foot. It shouldn't be pointing out to the side or in or on its side or on its inside. That foot needs to be rooted. So there's 4 corners of the foot, the big toe side, the pinky toe side, and then the 2 sides of the heel. So as you find yourself there, you almost want to feel like you're suctioning up through your foot. That's going to give you that energy that moves up the leg all the way into the hip that keeps you grounded there. Then the left hand comes on waist and the right knee comes up. And we're just going to hold gently on the outside of that right knee. Lift the chest, shoulders back. If you've been coming for a while, you know what to do, straightening that right leg by grabbing your big toe. I'm not going to demonstrate, so you do it if you're ready. Lift the chest, shoulders back, draw in through the belly, steady breathing. 2, good. Keep rising up to the top of your head. 3, good. Try not to look around the room like I'm doing because it messes with your balance. 4, and 5. Now, open that right leg out to the right and gently look to the left. 1. That right toe is just kind of hanging down. It's not flexed, it's not pointed. 2, hinging from that right hip, opening that right shoulder back. 3, try again. 4, keep trying, Charm, don't give up. 5, inhale, come back to center. Now, before you release the leg, both hands on waist, point your right toes, extend your right leg. 1, steady breathing. I know, give it a try. 2, legs are burning. It happens. 3, try again. 4, keep trying. Don't lean back. Chest up. 5, exhale, lower down. Okay. Give those legs some love. Shake them out a little bit. Find yourself rooted through the right foot, same way as before. Right hand is on hip. Left knee comes up. Find your balance here. The left thigh is parallel to the floor. So not up into your chest, not down by the floor, somewhere in the middle. I'll turn sideways. So you want to keep it there. 2, calm, steady breathing. Look down in one spot that's not moving. 3, opening through the heart, feeling that right elbow moving your right shoulder back. 4, grounding through the right heel. 5, exhale, open that left leg out to the left. Gaze over past the right shoulder. 1, ground the right foot firmly into the floor. 2, good. Mindy, let that foot relax. Don't tuck it in. 3, let it hang right underneath your knee. 4, better. 5, exhale, come back to center. Before we release, take the left hand to waist, point the toe, straighten left leg. 1, lift the chest. 2, ground the right heel firm into the floor. Lift the chest. 3, don't lean back. 4, right leg strong. Left quad is burning. 5, exhale, lower down. Shake it out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Okay, last balancing posture. You can repeat tree once more. If that was a struggle, repeat tree. I'm gonna give you guys the option to either go back into tree, to do a figure 4, with that right foot on top of that left knee. So what this does, we're gonna fold forward, grab a block, place it in front of you, just in case you didn't decide to fold forward. You might not use it. So you bring your foot either to this figure 4 position, flexing the foot, the knee is out. And then from this place, you fold forward to find your block. So this is option 2. Tree pose would be option 1, to repeat that again. Or option 3 would be to bring that foot all the way up into your half lotus. Hold on to the foot with your left hand underneath the foot so that the right knee can point down, and then fold from that position as well. So again, the hands can come to the block, and your block has 3 levels, so you can decide how much block you need or no block you need. If your hands are on the floor, walk your hands back by your foot and take the top of the head down towards the mat. So there's always ways for you to make this posture more difficult or easier. Beautiful, chest up. 2, good. Can you bring both hands to that block, Jennifer? 3, yes, because in the shala, you're not gonna have that beautiful windowsill. 4, nice, Mindy, stay lifted. Sorry I made you laugh. And 5, inhale, slowly come up. Take your time. Back, release your right leg, and back to Samasthiti. Okay, let's do the other side. So remember, tree pose, that's option 1. Option 2, left foot into this figure 4 position. Sorry, make sure you have your block in place. Left foot into the figure 4 position, and then hinging from the hips, both hands to the block. Find your stability there. Option 3 is that foot in half lotus. You choose. This one actually, for me, this figure 4 position is harder on my left side. So I'm going to stay here because this feels pretty good. It's a good challenge. 2, 3, but you can bring that left foot into your half lotus position and fold from there. If your hands are on the floor, walk them towards your right foot. 4, make your block a little lower to see if you can challenge yourself. 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale, soften into your right knee, gently come up, take your time, and release the left foot. Nice. Okay, moving on. Move the blocks away. We're going to go right into Utkatasana. Normally we do a vinyasa. We're just going to go right into it. So back to the top of your mat, toes and heels together. Bend your knees. Move your tailbone back. Inhale, arms up. Palms together. Look at thumbs. 1. Ground your energy firmly through the heels. 2. Draw the elbows towards each other. 3. Lift your chest and rib cage. 4. Shoulders back and down. Steady breathing. 5, exhale, release, hands to the floor. Grab your 2 blocks, place them on either sides of your feet, or actually a little bit closer from your feet. So like the back of the blocks lined up with your toes. And then take a moment to sit into a little bit of a toe balance here, a little bit of a squat. Be mindful of your knees, be mindful of your shoulders. We're gonna try to lift up into Lolasana. So blocks should be at the lowest level or the middle level. Don't bring the blocks too high like this because they're not stable in that position, unless they're like those heavy cork blocks. Those are stable. Okay, so from here, press into your arms like you're rounding your back. Imagine cat pose. Press into your arms, try to straighten your arms, bring your weight to your hands, and then one toe lifts up. You can stay there, and then bring it down. Other toe lifts up. You can stay there, and then bring it down. Or, if you've been coming for a while, both toes lift up. Find your balance, exhale, walk it back. Keep your hands on your blocks. Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees down, chest down. Inhale, come into upward facing. We haven't done upward facing dog today. I haven't cued it. So shoulders back, come to the tops of your feet, and imagine your rib cage moving forward and down as your pelvis sinks towards the floor. Open your heart here. The legs are strong, but the glutes are not contracted, so relax your glutes. Exhale, downward facing. You can stay with your hands on your blocks. Steady breathing here. We're going to move into Virabhadrasana 1 and 2. So inhale, step your right foot forward between the blocks, close to the right block. So the right pinky toes touching the right side of the block. And then left heel pivots down, bend into your right knee. Inhale, rise up. You can also do this just with your hands on your right thigh and lifting your chest. You can bring your hands into a prayer position. You can do your cactus arms, or you can do your arms up, looking up. Any variation feels right for you, just go there. 1, good. Bend into that right knee a lot. 2, yes, you got it. Lift the chest. 3, beautiful, sharp. Stay there. Elbows up a little bit higher. 4, good. Good. Can you make those arms straight? Can you look up? Yes, better. 5. Now, just keep your arms as they are. Just straighten the right leg and pivot to face your back wall. This takes a lot of little movements here through the legs. When you're ready, bend the left knee a lot and right heel stays grounded. If your palms are together and your arms are together, you're looking back. So turn your body. Face this. So warrior 1. Yes. Good. That's it. Keep turning. Turning towards me. Keep going. Yes. Good. 3. Beautiful. You got it. 4. Palms together, elbows towards each other. Strong, steady breathing. 5. Don't move your legs. Keep your legs. Just open your arms. Right arm back, left arm forward. Look over left fingertips. 1. Lengthen through the fingertips. 2. Nice. Bend the left knee. 3. Bend the left knee more. 4. Right arm up a little bit. And 5. Inhale. Keep the arms. Straighten left leg. Bend right leg. Warrior two on the right side. 1. Steady, easy breathing. Don't let that left arm drop. Keep it up. Reach through both directions. 2. Sink easily through the hips. You're going to bend into that right knee. 3. Draw in through belly. You have as much pull back with the left arm as you're having pull forward with the right knee. 4 and 5. Exhale. Windmill the hands to the floor. Watch out for your blocks. Step your right foot back. Let's do another chaturanga. If you've been trying the knees down, try the legs straight. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Okay, so the next part has a lot of jumping forward and jumping back. So grab your blocks again, place them hip width or shoulder width apart, hands on the blocks, maybe a little bit wider. So maybe the outsides of the edges of the blocks are outside your mat. And then just take a moment here, find your downward facing dog. So your arms are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Looking forward between that space you created, we're gonna take right foot in, top of the foot on the floor, left foot in, top of the foot on the floor, press to the arms, similar to Lolasana. Wiggle, 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 wiggle through, extend, extend, and sit down. Yeah, not so much wiggle. Okay, keep your blocks because we're gonna use them to go back. But I'm gonna move mine so you can see me. So going into Dandasana position, legs are straight, feet are flexed, toes pointing to your face, hands on either sides of your hips, lift your chest, shoulders back, hold here. 1. Dandasana position is like our seated samasthiti. 2. Calming the nervous system after all of our standing postures. 3. Giving the feet and the ankles a break. 4. Lengthening up through the spine. 5. Paschimottanasana. Exhale, fold forward, grab a hold of your big toes, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, fold again. So you want to try and bring the elbows on the floor on the outsides of your shins. Top of the head reaching forward, let your head relax. 1. Hollow out through the lower belly. 2. Back muscles relaxing, stretching. 3. Backs of the legs really engaged. 4. Notice this is very similar to the standing one we did when we first started practicing, Paragustasana. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there. Now, deepen your grip. Either grab the sides of your feet or interlace your hands underneath your feet. Or if you had your ankles before or your shins before, grab your ankles. Just go somewhere deeper than you were just now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold once more. 1. Moving the shoulders towards the hips. 2, away from the ears. 3, calm, steady breathing. 4. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there and release. Okay, now we're gonna jump back. So if your blocks, if you move them, put them back in place, right on the outsides of your hips here, and then hands on the blocks. Inhale, cross your feet so that they are kind of close to the tops of the blocks. Round yourself forward, pick your butt up off the floor, wiggle, wiggle your feet back. Elegantly struggle until your feet are all the way back to a high plank. Then knees down, chest down, or chaturanga, elbows towards the rib cage. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Shoulders back, lift your chest, gazing to the tip of your nose, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Find your downward facing dog. Take a moment here. We're gonna try that jump through once more. Here we go, looking forward. 1 foot forward, top of the foot, other foot. Press into your arms strong. Wiggle, wiggle, step, 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 extend, extend, hips down. Good job. Okay, now we're moving back. So take your hands back, maybe about 6 inches or so behind you. Fingertips are pointing forward. You can do this with your knees bent and feet planted or with your legs straight. I'll demonstrate with the knees bent. So point your toes, shoulders back. Inhale, hips up, open heart. Lift chest, ground your feet firmly into the floor. Whether the legs are straight or not, feet are grounded. Top of the head back. Look back behind you, chin up. 1. Drop your head back. 2. Stay rooted through your fingers. Hips up more. 3. Shoulders back and away. 4. Steady breathing. Deltoids working real hard here in triceps. 5. Exhale. Hips come down. Relax the legs. Grab your blocks. Place them on other sides of your hips. Cross your feet. Inhale. Pick it up. Exhale. Stop it or walk it back. All the way to high plank. Chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing. Good. All right. 2 postures for the hips. We're going to do them before the vinyasas. So inhale, look forward. Again, step, step, or you can try bringing both feet forward. Can I just do a little hop? Walk, 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 slide through, sit down. So this is building all of that shoulder and arm strength that we need to move into deeper parts of this practice. Okay, first posture, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Long word for just meaning we take the right foot to half lotus. So Ardha meaning half, Baddha meaning bind. So here's what we want to do. We want to take that right arm around and find those right toes. And that might be pretty impossible for you, right? And you're thinking, how in the world? So another option is, like we did in tree, to come to that figure 4 position with your legs. So you're making a figure 4 with your legs. From there, you just reach forward, find your left foot, and soften your face or your gaze down towards your right foot that's on top of your left thigh. Hold it there. 1. Maybe you cannot fold very much and you just stay upright. 2. Pressing the fingertips on either sides of your body so that you can move your straight spine forward and down. 3. Calm, steady breathing. 4. But if you have your bind, use it to pull yourself forward and down. So you're pressing the right foot into the left lower abdomen. 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale, slowly release. Release the right leg, back to Dandasana. We'll do the other side. So left foot, come either into your half lotus. So the half lotus just means you're taking that foot up by the crease of your right hip. Then you take your left arm around and you find your toes. So this is Ardha Baddha. This is the half bind. If this is not accessible for you, you're like, no way, no how, not this lifetime, just release and then come to that figure 4 shape. You can stay upright or you can fold forward. Decide. 1. Good. Try not to fold forward by rounding your back. So if you're going to fold forward and you're not able to reach that foot, it's better to keep the hands behind you and reach your chest forward. 2, so that way you can find that openness in the hip without force. 3, nice, Charm. That's it. Steady breathing. That right leg is nice and strong. 4, if you are in your half bind, then take your right hand to the right foot and bring your chin to your shin. 4 and 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale, slowly release. Release the left leg. Take your blocks, jumping it back, cross your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slide it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Open heart, lift chest. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, we're only going to do one more seated posture before we start with our closing practice. So inhale, look forward. Walk or step your feet through. Extend, sit down. Each time a little bit more control. All right, so this one, we bend, lean to the left, bend the right foot back, point the right toe behind you, and slide your right hip on the inside of the right toe. Now, if you watch me do this and you're like, no, take a block, place it underneath your left hip so that you can find lift in that left hip. Yeah. Maybe you need 2 blocks, Charm. Maybe, yeah. Better. Yes. Good, okay. So we do not want to be sitting on top of this right heel. So the right heel should not be underneath you, but slightly outside the hip. So whether you have a block, 2 blocks, or no blocks, that right heel is slightly on the outside of the hip. And you might find that just staying here is enough. If your right knee is opening out to the side like this, make a conscious effort to point it forward towards your left foot. Good, very nice. And then if you can, if you have the flexibility, fold forward, grab a hold of that left foot, and exhale, release, chin to shin. 1. Good. 2. steady breathing. 3. Draw in through lower belly. 4. Flex into your left foot a little bit, Sharm, there, so you're engaging the left leg. The straight leg. Yes. 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale. And lean to the left. Release that right leg. If you're on the blocks, just be careful. You have to maneuver here. We're going to do the other side. So that means you're going to put your right hip on the blocks and bring your left leg back as you lean to the right. Good. And then you start to observe here where the tension lives. Some people feel this deeply in the top of the left foot or the left ankle. You know, there's different places. Some people feel this a lot more in the quad. You should not be feeling that there's pain in the left knee, however. So the bent knee should not have anything to do with what you're doing here. Should feel comfortable. And then again, hands to the sides as you lift, or if you have the flexibility, fold forward of the right leg and then kiss your right knee. 1, calm, steady breathing. 2, stay lifted. 3, easy inhale, slow exhale. 4, keep that right leg engaged, so you're not relaxing it, but you're engaging, pressing the back of the heel into the floor. Don't hyperextend your right knee. 4, because it's supposed to be supported by the floor, and yours is in the air, so it'd be gentle. 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale, lean to the right. Lengthen out that left leg. Remove the blocks from underneath you. And we're going to do our last jump back and jump through. So let's make it a good one. Hands on the blocks. Cross your feet. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, slide it back all the way. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And last time, jump it through. Make it your own. If you need to go a little slower, a little faster, see what happens. Allow yourself to go into the posture with ease. Once you're there, lay all the way onto your back. Lay down. And we're going to go into Salamba Sarvangasana with Halasana. So these two postures are a little bit more intricate. They're not necessarily advanced. They're just more, you have to kind of really observe your body. If there's any neck issues, don't do this. If you're a woman on her menstrual cycle, don't do this. You can just come to legs up the wall like this. Viparita Karani, with the legs extended, arms down. This is a good place to be here until we finish. If you're ready to go into shoulder stand, bring your legs over your face. So your legs are kind of coming over the body. Press into your elbows and then inhale, lift your hips up and bring your hands to your lower back or middle back. Wiggle yourself in place here and then point your toes straight up. We hold this for 10. 1, 2, good. Straighten your legs, Char. 3, straighten your legs. It's okay, keep trying. 4, the trying is going to help build your abdominal muscles. 5, 6, 7, point your toes straight up with the legs, elbows in towards each other. 8, almost there. 9, good, looks good. 10, now from that place, take your legs over the head towards the floor. Maybe your toes touch the floor, or maybe they stay hanging. So you can just keep your hands at your lower back if your toes are lifted. But if your toes are down, release the tops of your feet, interlace your hands, straighten your arms. This is Halasana. 1, we hold this one for 8. 2, do the best you can with what you got, don't force. 3, mindful of your neck. You're creating a deep compression through the throat. 4, which is really good for massaging the thyroid, the parathyroid, and the thymus gland, helping us to regulate our thyroid gland. 5, so it can produce the right amount of hormones to keep us healthy and happy. 6, 7, and 8. Bend your knees, bring your knees to the forehead. Release your hands if they're interlaced and slowly start to roll your tailbone down. Use your arms as brakes to keep your head and shoulders on the mat. Slow and steady, lowering the tailbone down to the floor, back to that Viparita Karani where we started, back to the legs up the wall. And then exhale, bend your knees, plant your feet down, extend your legs. We'll go into our Matsyasana, our fish pose. Bend the elbows, press them into the floor to lift your chest and rib cage. Now, once you're lifted, you're looking up to the ceiling, hands are down either on the floor or by your hips, and then drop your head back so that the top of your head can settle onto the floor. You might need to make little adjustments here. Once your head is in place, release your elbows, tops of the hands, palms of the hands on the tops of the thighs. Hold it 1. Gaze to the tip of your nose. 2, lift your chest. 3, legs extended and strong. 4, steady breathing. Keep the arch in your back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, palms together. Lift your arms. See if you can lift your legs. 1, Uttana Padasana. 2, keep the arch in your back. 3, using your core muscles here, using your legs. 4, steady breathing. 5, almost there. 6, stay strong. 7, and 8. Slowly release the arms, release the legs, release the head. Lay all the way back. Take a moment, steady breathing. And we're going to close with the last 3 postures. So roll yourself up to seated. Once you're up and seated, take a cross-legged position. If you know your forehead does not come to the block, or if you've never done this before, place your forehead or your block right in front of your feet. Just a little bit in front of your front foot. You're just in a cross-legged position. Hands come behind the back, and you're going to try to reach for your opposite elbows. So really hug yourself around. I like to kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And once I have a good grip, inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and then exhale, fold. Try to bring your chin to the block or your forehead or even the top of your head. Something to that block you just placed in front of you. 1, keep your hips down. 2, this is our kind of yoga seal, yoga mudra. 3, 4, 5, steady breathing. 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, come up, head up only. Exhale, release your arms. Cross your feet in the other direction. So whatever foot you had in front, switch. And now going into Padmasana, backs of the hands on the floor, thumb and index fingers together, other 3 fingers extended out. Lift your chest as you roll your shoulders back. Find length in your spine, chin down slightly. Look to the bridge of your nose. 1, 2. Padmasana position is a way for us to kind of come back to that equanimous state. 3, to reconnect with our breathing. 4, it's not about the difficulty, it's about the stillness and the connectivity to the breath. 5, it's like we're charging up our batteries here, getting ready for our last posture. 6, 7, calm, steady breathing. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Exhale and release the arms. Grab those blocks one more time for Utplutihi. This is our last hurrah. We are there. This is the last posture of the day. So grab a hold of those blocks. You're going to slide them underneath close to your hips. So lift your feet. You want the tips of your pinky toes down on the floor, right? Don't use your legs to do this. Use your core, use your shoulders. Roll your weight forward. Inhale, lift your hips up and hold. 1. Good. Roll forward. 2. Don't lean back. Forward over your feet. 3. Yes, that's it, Sharm. Keep going. 4. We hold for 10. See if you can do it. 5. If you need a break, come down. Try again. 6. Good. Come back out. 7. Good. Roll forward. Lean forward. 8. Almost there. 9. Don't give up. We got one more. 10. Exhale. Lower yourself down. Move those blocks away. Take a moment to sit back upright and wiggle out the hips and shoulders, the arms. Shake it out for a moment. Bring your hands into prayer position. And let's just seal our practice here with one sound, Om, before we go back to Shavasana. Deep inhale breath. And exhale, slowly release the hands. Make your way down to your Shavasana, extending your legs out. Roll all the way onto your back, shoulders down, arms by your sides, palms facing up. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Let there be no tension in your body. Take rest. If it's uncomfortable for your palms to be up, you can let your palms come down or side. Just find the most comfortable place for your body here. As we surrender our weight to the floor, we let go of anything that no longer serves us, whatever that might be. Limiting thoughts or beliefs. We release them. We let them go. Old paradigm thinking. Old behavioral patterns that may have served us in the past, helped us get through difficulties or through hard times in our lives, but they've become now a crutch. These patterns of behavior are no longer serving our highest good. And you may not even know what they are exactly. Just make a conscious effort here to release anything that no longer serves your highest potential. Let your whole body melt onto your mat with the earth supporting you. Every muscle, every tendon, every ligament relaxes. Every cell, every fiber of your body relaxes. Relax. Take rest. Take rest. Take your rest. Slowly and gently, we'll begin to bring awareness back to our bodies, to this next breath, to this room, to this time and place. Noticing and observing how the body is feeling, what the sensations are saying or how they're moving through the body. And with the next exhale, maybe adding a little bit of movement. First with the fingers and toes, maybe letting the head sway from side to side. Feel the heaviness of the head as it falls to the left and falls to the right. Feel the heaviness of the fingers as they wiggle, of the toes as they move. And then let the movement spread to the hands, the feet, the wrists, the ankles, waking up the lower limbs, bending the knees, planting the feet flat on the floor. One hand at your belly, one hand at your heart. Constructive resting pose. As you exhale, come and lay onto your side here for a moment, letting your bottom arm serve as a pillow. And then inhaling, rising back up to seated. And then just taking a moment as you find yourself in your comfortable seated position to just honor your whole practice, how everything went, how it felt in your body. As you exhale, kind of releasing all of that stuff that is no longer to your highest purpose. And as you inhale, bringing in a sense of gratitude. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.